It's time for today's Legal Minute with the Law Office of Cooley Schreyer in Springfield. We're joined by attorney Robert Dambrov. We're talking again about the new Massachusetts Domestic Workers Protection Act. We talked about this last time with you. Recap, tell us again about this new law.
Well, the law allows some domestic workers rights that most employees don't have now. And it also, for those individuals or families that employ domestic workers in a private home, they're now regulated as employers and are subject to certain obligations and requirements.
Now let's talk about the rights. What rights do these covered domestic workers have?
Well, all domestic workers covered by the law are entitled to receive a certain notice of their rights under the federal and state laws. It's my information that the Massachusetts Attorney General will be publishing a model notice that all employers can use. In addition, domestic workers that work at least 16 hours a week have a right to receive their own specific detailed notice. It's called a 10-point notice, which covers things such as wages, hours of work, break time, benefits, right to privacy, grievance procedures, and things like that. And
if they work 40 hours a week, there's requirements as well.
Yeah, if they work 40 hours a week, they're entitled to receive 24 consecutive hours each week and 48 consecutive hours each month.
And they can only work on their day of rest if it's in writing, is that right?
Has to be in writing, and also they're entitled to, they have to agree to it, and they have to be paid time and a half for those hours.
And there are other rights regarding things like pay for being on duty and for meal, rest, and sleeping periods as well.
Right. And if the employer wants to terminate them for without cause, they're entitled to advance notice, and if they don't get this notice, they're entitled to severance pay. And if they actually reside in the home, the advance notice is longer and the severance pay is more.
Okay, we're going to have to fast forward through this next one, which is what obligations and liabilities the employer has. In short, obviously this is a long, law, but let's just go through them really quickly.
Well, the employer has to keep detailed records of the hours worked. The employer is subject to the state wage and hour laws, and that can mean injunctive relief, it can mean triple damages, and attorney's fees that an employer might have to pay.
They also must abide by anti-discrimination and anti-harassment laws.
Yes, they do.
And also must give leaves of absence for childbirth, so they have a standard that they're held to.
Yes.
As well as providing coverage for unemployment and, of course, workman's comp.
Yes, just like a lot of other employers now.
Just like other employers. Great to have you here, Attorney Robert Dambrov, and to tell us more about this law. And for more information, call 413-781-0750 or visit CooleySchreyer.com.